Stranger in a strange land. You don't know what song, but I'm just glad you harmonize on me. I just made it up. Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Do-do-do-do. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Beyonce.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love. It's 90-day gate. Let's love.
Oh.
There is a song called Stranger in a Strange Land.
There is.
Yo, welcome to 90 Day Gaze.
Welcome to 90 Day
Short
Gaze.
diversion.
Short diversion.
This.
Excited.
Okay. Me too.
I'm excited to do
I'm glad
this.
to do this with you.
Thank you. Me too. This show, as you said before we started, this episode was kind of shit.
It was just about, why did your phone just blow up? Can you move that back?
All my things get updated.
But why do you have to look at your phone while we're doing
My
this?
notes are on my phone.
You didn't bring your iPad?
No, I have my laptop, but it's
Can
so
you
bit bigger.
put that on silent?
It is on silent.
On Do Not Disturb.
It is.
So you won't be getting texts?
So like when you wear your watch and you keep looking at
I know,
guys on
and guess
Scruffs,
what?
keep looking at your watch.
And guess what, you whore? I'm not wearing my watch right now.
It's not.
It's not. Yo, welcome to 90 Day Gaze.
Oh, this episode was called Stranger in a Strange Land. Because my phone just said it. And
why the fuck was I singing it then?
It just said that on
It's amazing how I have to convince you of things.
I got so creeped out because I just saw Stranger in a Strange Land on my notes and I went, oh my God, Poodle he's in tune with me again.
Y'all, I'm kind of witchy, but not that witchy.
You are ever since the coma.
I came back with powers, y'all.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. I can see through your clothes into your underwear, but only for men.
But only for
Let's clarify. I can't see any of the gine.
See. Y'all, we're gonna jump in. We've got.
There's
I hope
a lot
y'all
to talk about in this
We're
episode.
getting just fucked by 90 days next week. Like it's like a D. No, it's literally
like a DP.
It's a 3P.
Not that I've ever had one.
Yeah, it's a 3P.
I'm kind of a one dick ass.
Me
I don't
too.
think I need that.
I don't need.
It's like a one horse town. I don't need more than one in there.
Nobody gets off in this town.
It's like, I just need somewhere that's green. That's all I need. A tract house of our own.
I just want a
fence
penis.
of real chain link.
This is a song. I just want a penis. I don't want a fist. I don't want your piss. I don't want a DP either. I just want one good dick sliding in me all night long.
I think that'll have to go on the musical episode.
Woo!
I think. Do you make that up?
I just
I
did.
thought so. That's pretty good.
You know what? That musical episode's going to happen one day.
You know, I thought about it this morning. I was brainstorming about it.
Uh-oh, that's good, y'all.
So why don't you not read me for Phil?
No,
on a
I'm just
daily
saying it's going to
basis?
happen. So just to recap for everybody, we're going to be doing. So on Sunday we'll be regular night. We'll be before the 90 days.
Before the 90 days.
And then on Monday night at 9:00 they are airing
The quarantine show, which honestly is just giving a bunch of morons a video camera and some earbuds.
It's true. They are showing Rachel, who's currently on our Gatreon of 90 Day, and I'm excited to see where she is now.
Who I call her the third sister wife.
It's true. And
she's not the first one, because the first one knows her shit and is usually a little dykey, and the second one is usually the pretty one. The third one is kind of along for the ride.
Yep, that's true.
I mean, that's Rachel. She's got pretty eyes. She's the
good
third
hair.
sister wife.
She's the third. It's very accurate.
She's very supportive and chips in when she needs to.
We're talking about Rachel from Rachel and John.
The kids like her best.
That's true. The kids do like her best. She makes the best sandwiches.
Y'all, I can't get enough of polygamy, just to be honest. I will watch any show about polygamy.
Except Sister's Wife, because you hate that guy.
I hate that. I hate that guy.
Yeah, he's gross.
I want hot guys to have more than one wife. Like Bill Paxton on Big Love. I could see him having more than one wife.
Well, not now. He's dead.
Thank you for
Isn't
that.
that
He
sad?
is dead.
That's a Southern story right there. So Monday there's going to be quarantine at I think 9 o'clock. And then at 11 o'clock.
40 people from 90 Days.
Yes. And then at 11 o'clock will be 90 Days What Now. So what? And they're both.
What now?
What now? So what Poodle and I are going to be doing is we're going to be watching all of your Monday night 90 Day Fiancés.
All for you!
For you! And then we're going to recap that on a second 1 hour, whatever show that'll land on Tuesday.
So you're going to be getting a show on Monday morning?
Monday night.
Monday night
at 11 p.m.
on Tuesday night.
So Monday night at 11 p.m. will be our regular 90 days / before the 90 days.
Tuesday at 11.
Tuesday at 11 p.m. will be our what quarantine? Or what now quarantine?
What quarantine?
Poodle just spilled vodka all over his couch and himself.
And I just think, how can I get it back?
And then
I just kind of pet it.
He looked at the couch like, can I just siphon it off? And so that is happening.
What quarantine?
Okay, so that is happening.
There's so much happening this week.
And
we got our Patreon coming out on Thursday.
Our Gatreon, you got to start calling it right. Gatreon's coming out on Thursday.
And y'all, our bonus episode.
Go ahead and tell them.
In quarantine times, y'all, we're giving you a bonus episode because you need some more meat. You need some more 90-day meat.
Except probably not next week because you're already getting an extra show anyway.
Yeah, fuck that. But
on
y'all,
Friday,
Friday
morning,
this bonus episode. Why don't you never give me a drum roll when I wait for it?
I don't know what you're.
When I say this bonus episode, read my cues. Y'all, stop. It's going to be called Come At Us. And we're taking your advice questions.
We're taking a book from old school Dear Maddie.
We're taking a page
bringing it
from
back,
a book.
Yeah, a page from Dear Maddie. So we'll put in the link.
But now it's Dear Maddie and this bitch.
It's just us. So I'll put in the link in the show notes. Just go to our website. It's at 90daygaze.com or sissy.talk.com. They both take you to the same website, to our contact form. You will need to put in your email address. You can put in whatever name you want to put in.
We don't need to know it's you.
We don't need to know it's you. You can make up a name.
You can be completely anonymous. Just create a random email address that's like loves to suck dick at hotmail.com.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that'd be flagged.
No, not at all. Tristan, we know that's you. And so, anyway.
Cocklove at Yahoo.
And then when it's just going to be your name, your email, and then I think we asked you on our thing, what do you want to talk to us about? But just put in your question in that form. It's on our website. Again, you'll have all that.
Y'all, we'll answer love questions, we'll answer relationship questions,
sex questions.
We already did the AMA, so not a lot of questions about us.
Not about us,
but
this is about
more
your
just
life.
Advice, and you can figure out why Meg at work doesn't like you.
Whatever.
When you go back, which is going to be in 2021.
It's okay to be detailed. And then what we're going to do is we're going to print out all the questions, and then we're going to put them in a bowl, and then we will randomly select them in the show.
Oh, we need to get a fishbowl.
We do like a hopper.
I want a bingo
hopper.
House.
Oh, I want a bingo hopper.
When you say bingo hopper, it makes it sound like a sex position.
It's true. And one more thing.
We'll take all comers, y'all. We'll take like a good gay orgy.
Like Poodle's asshole.
Take any questions you want.
You know, we could just put the questions on that lazy Susan you have in your bedroom and just swirl them around.
It's got cum all over it.
It's sticky. So anyway, y'all.
Lube, you can't really touch it anymore. There's just too much lube.
Submit your questions by midnight on
Thursday? No.
Well, actually,
Wednesday.
we're going to have to do it before that. So midnight on Wednesday.
So hop to it, fuckers.
So hop to it.
Midnight Wednesday. Today is what, 13th? So midnight Wednesday, April 15th. Wow, that's tax day. Not in Corona times, y'all. You go out and spend that tax money. You're going to get like $1,200 from the government.
$1,200.
And y'all spend that in your neighborhoods. Spend that in your goddamn neighborhood.
Hey, if you've got hookers on your street, give them money. They need
work
it.
harder than anyone.
Anyone.
We say sex workers, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
Thank
I'm not supposed to say that. Sorry. Didn't mean to offend
some
anybody.
some of us are offensive.
I'm saying anybody. And last but not least, this is
there's
our
one
last kind of announcement. Y'all, we're going to extend our Gatreon to May 15th.
This is important, yes.
To May 15th.
Y'all, because we've heard it's rough out there.
This is going on longer than we originally thought, I think, for all of us. So what we mean by that is we originally said April 15th. We're extending it by 1 month. So basically, anyone who joins the Patreon at the $5 level will get everything in the Gatreon.
Everything. You get us. Everything from there's like 80 things in there,
and then
I'm
there's
making
like
up that
30 or 20, and then
there's more than that.
And then after May 15th, things will go back to the $15 tiers
Yes.
and things like that. I will say people that join at the $15 tier still will get a higher discount on the merch.
Yes, but y'all, you $15 people, we have not forgotten about you. We're dealing. This was not planned.
So, this
pandemic was not planned in our business model.
It wasn't planned in anybody's business model, including yours.
But I will say, everyone. I want to say one thing. Occasionally, someone will, and I'm not like asking for it, but people will like throw us occasional money, like in addition to the $5 and $10 level.
We message people, and I'm saying,
and
why did you pay $20?
Like, I just wanted to give you some money.
It's very sweet,
and I'm not asking for it, but I just wanted to say we're very grateful for
the
it.
people that do that. That's very touching to us.
And for our $15 the come at us tier. We really love you, and we really appreciate you.
And we do, and we're not doing this.
You're kind of like our founders. You're our angels.
Oh God,
you're our angels.
But wherever we've had a couple of $15 people say, "Hey, I had to drop to 5 tiers this month,
that's
it's too much."
fine.
So that's why we're doing this, because we want everybody to get to. You just need your mind
I gotta
taken
go feed
off
my
things.
kid,
and you need your mind taken off your life.
I agree.
I messaged someone in my cubicle warrior job today, and I sent them an email back, and I said, "How's it going?" And he said, "I'm hanging in by a thread." And you know why? Because he's a Jewish man with 5 kids, and he hates his life right now because he can't do anything.
I had someone came at us and said,
they're Orthodox too, so
Lord.
it's like all shit everywhere.
Your podcast really helps me from talking about Minecraft with my 13-year-old son for 23 hours a day.
Oh, my
Y'all,
God.
pop in those earbuds.
Uh-huh.
Your kids will be fine with it. They don't need to fucking you don't need to entertain them.
You know what? Ladies and men, this is the time to grow your hair out over your ears, and no one will know you're listening. Just put in the pot and go, sure, Mom.
Y'all, we don't need to engage all the time.
You don't have to.
You don't need, if your kids are going to try to engage, say, I need some me time.
Yeah.
Practice that. Say, I need a little me time. Go outside for a walk and tell them to like feed themselves.
They can't go outside for a walk. That's the point.
In New York City, you can't.
In a lot of places they can. And you know what? If they're young, then just give us some children's Benadryl and they'll have some nap time.
Climb up in the attic. Just go up in your attic.
Yeah.
If you live in an apartment, go out on the fire escape.
The roof.
Go on the roof.
The broiler room.
Up on the roof. Up on the roof. This whole world starts getting me down. And find enough for two. Up on the roof.
The roof.
I love that song. Carole King wrote that song.
Oh.
You whores. Everyone thinks it was a man, but it was Carole King.
It's Carole King.
Power to women.
Speaking of thinking they're a man, let's talk about Lisa. And her
way to get into the show.
It's true. Well, it's just been 20 minutes, so I guess
it is not my fault.
We had a lot of we had a lot of
announcements. This is like a Rotary Club. It takes. This is like a fucking Rotary Club meeting on this podcast.
If you are yelling at your speakers, just get to the show. Come at us and let us know at 90 Day Gays on Twitter and Instagram. Let us know.
And I'd like to say that it's Seamus's birthday back there. And I'd like to thank people at the feed room for providing us with this lovely chicken, broiled chicken, green bean, and macaroni and cheese lunch.
Carol Spinnett, her daughter, and the cheer team are going on a trip on Thursday. So we need some sponsors and some prayers because we're hoping our cheerleaders finally get to semis this year.
I would actually like to make a note that the Feed Room is the name of a restaurant in my hometown. It's called the Feed Room.
Wow.
And it was a kind of a buffet kind of place. It was where everyone went after church.
Yeah, that's exactly what I imagined when you said
Back
the Feed
to
Room.
Lisa. Y'all,
Anyway.
Lisa, they're going to the mother's house, and he's kind of like, have you ever noticed that when Lisa, when Usman kind of takes her hand and kind of holds her, like I think she has a hard time walking. She's not really greatly ambulatory.
There's something, a balance thing or something.
And I thought that every time he gets her, it's like, y'all, you know when you go home and you have that favorite aunt, like she's not real healthy all the time. She's probably got sugar. She's got sugar diabetes, as my father says. You know, your aunt's got the sugar, friend.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they say.
She's got sugar diabetes. And all she wants to do is take you to Olive Garden because she loves talking to her favorite nephew at Olive Garden. She asks, who are you seeing? What girl are you seeing?
Oh, did they still ask you that?
No, not
that's
really.
Good.
But anyway, they used to in like my 20s.
Remember that. Remember that? You'd have to like make excuses like,
I'm very focused on my career right now.
Yeah.
By career, I mean a big 10-inch dick.
Yeah.
I've been real busy with school. I was going steady with this one girl named Penelope. Named Paul.
Named Johnny.
Named Mark. And we broke up. It was sad. Oh man.
But y'all, my Aunt Jenny loves to go to Olive Garden because she loves their. She keeps her figure because she gets her soup and salad. But they do bring 4 things of bread.
And she eats all of them?
Yes, and she puts some in her purse.
Oh, good for Aunt Jane.
I like the Zuppa Toscano the best.
That's my Aunt Darla Jean because she's always got something wrong with her. Toscano.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay.
This is your dad's sister?
Yeah.
Aunt Jenny.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Anyway.
Lisa is that type of woman.
She is. She's kind of fragile.
Although she won't take you to dinner because she's not going to pay for it.
And she'll complain if you overcharged her. It was because she was white.
She will.
Whoa, y'all. That's a terrible person. That's a terrible person.
You're standing in a field full of shit and mud, and you're complaining that you're paying too much. You're you're a stupid bitch.
We're going to talk about that.
Okay.
So
Lisa, I just love the way Lisa starts out. She's like, so, I will be purchasing a goat. And I go, como se dice goat?
Como se dice goat?
Como se dice
in
goat?
Nigerian.
In Nigerian.
It's a sign of respect to give to Usman's mother. And also, when they're at the goat farm, she's like, it smells like goat out here.
Yes. Usman, and I loved how the producers were like, so will it be a pet? And he was like, oh, no.
Goat is meat.
Please, it's a
goat
meat.
Is meat.
I don't know why, but Usman's
we give gift of goat.
I can't do Usman's accent, so he's just going to sound like Sebastian from The Little Mermaid.
No, Ariel.
Lisa.
What you doing, Ariel?
Lisa, you don't want to go to the land.
We once did a cabaret sketch where I was Sebastian the crab and Maddie was Ariel. It was pretty offensive.
It was pretty offensive.
I had some great crab hands.
He did. And Jake's accent was
not really great.
Not ready for prime time.
So
yeah, probably would inspire protests.
The goat is $115, which
you really.
I think that's a good deal.
I have no frame of reference for what a goat costs.
Come at us.
Nor does Lisa. But she thinks she does.
She does. Come at us and let us know. How much does a goat cost here in...
We have some Nigerian sissies.
Well, they
know.
No, in the United States. How much are goats here? I bet they're
I have no idea. We had a goat, strangely named Billy. Who would have saw that coming?
Wait a minute.
We had a goat. Yeah, when I was a really little kid, and he kicked me.
Did you grow up at a zoo and none of us know?
No, we had a goat.
Why did you have a goat?
We had cows and a goat when I was really young. We had to get rid of the cows when we moved. I know I've talked about this.
No, you have not talked about.
No, the goat was named Billy.
Billy Goat.
And he left behind all these goat pills. That was him pooping.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But they looked like pills. Goat pills.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you like Billy?
I barely remember him. He did kick me against a fence. I kind of have a real apathetic relationship with most livestock. I don't really find anything to love about them. They were just there. I kind of fed him for something, and he went, eh. And I think probably my parents sold him to be killed. So,
did they buy him
again,
as like
Southern stories.
Southern stories.
I don't know why they bought him. That's a good question.
I bet
I need to ask my mother.
Your mother would have so many animals if your dad would let her, wouldn't she?
Oh, yeah. She'd have like 7 dogs. Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah.
For a while, they had 4.
If your father passes away before your mom, you're going to have to do an animal intervention.
That's true.
It's going to be bad.
I hope they both go at the same time. Wow. I don't want to deal with one without the other. Come at us if you hope your parents both perish at the same time, y'all.
No, let us know.
Or if I'm one of the lucky people, lucky in question mark, that their parents are still together.
Lucky in question mark.
So
I will say, Lisa's upset, y'all, because she feels like they're raising the price of this goat.
It's about her being white.
Usman. Are they raising the price because they know that I will raw dog this salesman because
I knew
I'm
we were going to work in raw dogging
but
somehow.
if this salesman will give me a deal, I will raw dog him. I will give him this vulva with its pillowy fluffiness. No! It's gonna feel like the softest goat hair he's ever had. And when he slides his skin into skin, I will look right at him and I will say, "Bah, bah."
It's like thousand count thread sheets.
Yes, I will tell him. If he can cream it, he can dream it.
Y'all, we're going to have your If You Can Cream It, You Can Dream It coffee mugs up soon.
We are. I got to do, though.
We cannot put that on a shirt because we'd probably be arrested for obscenity. I know some sissy, I can't remember who it was.
I wouldn't mind it on a journal.
Priam made Sissy Priam made a shirt of it. And it's absolutely repulsive.
Why is there a bruise on your elbow, too?
I bruise easily.
Y'all, Poodle has a black eye.
Oh,
we don't know why.
That's from me hitting the door when we were cleaning.
Oh, we cleaned the shit out of his kitchen
I have
on Saturday.
On the where my eye socket is, I have a little bruise. I think I scratched too hard.
We've been organizing. We're almost done. We just have the living room.
Come at me if allergies make you want to itch your fucking eyes off of your face, because that's what I'm doing currently. Scratching my fucking eyes out.
So Lisa names the goat Barney.
Which is weird.
She says, he shall be named Barney. The raw dog goat. And then they get into the car. And then, I don't know if anybody noticed this, but whenever they got in the van to go to Usman's mother, the goat started talking.
I noticed this.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yes.
What was the goat saying when you watched? We watched this separately. So
the goat was like, but I can't believe this idiot is with her. I mean, that's called commitment. Really wanting to go to the States. Can you imagine fucking that thing? I bet it was like putting your fist into a bucket full of buttermilk. Slop, 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 slop. Kill me already. That was what I heard.
That's what I heard.
Putting your fist into a bucket of buttermilk. I don't want that going on a t-shirt anytime soon.
I am a fat girl because you said buttermilk, and now I just want biscuits and fried chicken. Y'all, buttermilk fried chicken is the best.
It's really good.
It's really good.
I think I grew up with people in the deep South where I grew up. People actually drink buttermilk.
Yeah.
People like
My dad would drink it.
My father drinks buttermilk.
My dad would drink it too.
And I was so grossed out by it. Cut to me probably in 5 years drinking buttermilk.
Cut to him 5 minutes later drinking a bunch of cum.
Allegedly.
Okay, so
they take Barney the goat.
And then Usman tells us it is a sign of failure if your mother is angry at you.
Yeah, setting that up real well.
And I went, that's the same in the South. Or if you're Jewish, it's a sign of failure.
Y'all, I called my mother yesterday on Easter, and my mother said, "Oh, well, I was wondering if I was going to get an Easter call."
Because she thinks you're just sitting around doing nothing.
It was like 4 p.m. there. So, yeah, I'm just sitting around twiddling my thumbs. So.
Wow.
Yep. I was wondering if I was going to get an Easter call.
Did they not do anything?
Of course not. They're very homebound right now.
Because they can't even go see
I'm just homo-bound.
That's true. They can't even go see your nephews and nieces.
No, they can't. They're FaceTiming with them. It's killing my mother, actually. Not to see, especially the youngest one, who's her favorite. She's losing it.
Oh God.
She's like, it just breaks my heart. Then she made her voice break like she did. She's not really crying, but she wants me to know she would cry if she could right now. It just breaks my heart. My mother made her voice break my whole childhood. And so now I kind of know how to do it.
But you've never seen your mom cry?
I have seen her cry a lot, but I know the fake.
Oh.
It just breaks my heart. She just made her voice break. That means I really feel something, but I'm going to try to show you. Anyway. So, y'all, they buy the goat. It starts screaming in the car. We've already said it's like her pussy's like a fist in a bucket of buttermilk. And she basically says, "My fate lays with the goat." And if anybody had a grammar book, you would know the difference between lay and lie. And you lay something down the table. It's an action verb.
Yes.
And a verb of inaction is to lie. The book lies on the table. So her fate lied with the goat.
Because you got to think, if you're
Or
about
my
to
fate lies with the goat.
If you're about to get that pee, they would lay you down and give it to you.
While you were lying on the bed, y'all. That is my grammar. Listen.
There you go. That's a sissy way to.
Yeah. Yeah, like he's gonna come lay me, so I'm gonna go lie. While I'm lying on the bed.
There you go.
He's gonna lay the fuck out of my lying body.
Lay me down.
This has been a grammar lesson.
It's been a grammar lesson.
Y'all can teach your kids with that.
Yeah, it's true.
They need to learn about gay sex anyway.
So Usman tells Lisa's not wearing makeup.
No,
but she, you know what?
They need to put on her hair, as she says.
They put on this head wrap, and you know what?
I'm going to say the same thing as you say.
I wonder if I actually thought this is the best look for Lisa.
I would like you to see this. She looks great this way.
With the head wrap and the hoop earrings, I was like, this is a good, and it looks pretty color.
I can't see her tricolor hair.
It looks great.
Yeah. She kind of looks good in the traditional Nigerian costume.
She looks great. Y'all, because a lot of you can't do your hair right now or get it done.
A head wrap really works.
Come at us with your pictures at 90 Day Gays with your head wraps. We want to see. Poodle might answer back with some of his.
I've got several turbans.
He loves them.
Mm-hmm.
He loves them. So anyway, we get to the mother's house. We see his sister. His sister's pretty. And then...
I wrote that down. You're probably going to say his sister's pretty. She says, "You have a beautiful home."
His sister's pretty. She was a bitch.
Yeah.
But she's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
his family came for Lisa.
us. So let's talk about that now. He sits down and he tells them, hey... her intention is to come here to marry me.
This is my
and
woman.
Take me to America. This is it.
And a screecher breaks. And
it's like when you meet that guy, and then like then like you're talking on Grindr, and his profile says that he's a verse, and everything is great. You've seen his dick, he's seen yours. It's great. You're setting times, and then he says, "I really just want to get pummeled tonight," and you're like, "This isn't gonna work."
Or, I can't make it right now. I gotta finish organizing my Disney memorabilia.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Y'all, there's a species known as a Disney gay, and they're a lot.
Or I shower, I just don't use deodorant at all.
You have a problem with that? With Silver Lake guys I've dated, I don't have a problem with it.
I don't want stinky pits up in my face.
You know, it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I can tolerate a lot for the D. Okay? I can get past it.
Anyway.
I can't talk like this.
So, anyway, the sister said in the testimonial, I was expecting to see a young girl.
And she's like, she looks 50. I'm like, bitch, she's older.
Yeah, she's older. That's good for Lisa.
It's so
that head
interesting.
wrap.
She's 50. She looks older than that. She's like 54, right? Or 52.
I think she's 50 because Angela, I believe, is like 53.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But she looks like, y'all, Lisa looks older than my mother, and my mother is almost 70.
Yeah, I think she looks older than my mom, too.
Oh, for sure. Your mom's, what, 68?
Yeah. Have we mentioned that Lisa's also a hospice caregiver?
Yeah, we talked about the first
We did.
episode.
I just forgot about it.
I'm a hospice caregiver.
Like the fact that she takes care of dying people. There must be good in her, right? There must be.
I don't know a hospice worker who's a horrible person.
Yeah,
I just don't.
I feel like you know what? I'm going to amend my opinion, Lisa. She's still disgusting, you guys. But I feel like she does have compassion for people. I will say she behaved herself when her mother said, no, you are, and she got up and left.
And she even said,
no,
like,
you're
you
not
have a
marrying
beautiful
him.
home. Now, she acted like a spoiled, rotten kid in front of Usman, like going to places.
You practiced this for 2 months.
She did say that, yeah, you practiced this for 2 months.
Yeah.
Look, it was never going to happen.
Mom said no. Yeah. Unlike Angela's mom, she's not high, or Michael's mom, she's not high or something.
Well, this is a difference of the charm of a Southern person.
That's true. Thank you for that.
Angela charmed mother. This is because Lisa's from fucking Pentucky. Or whatever. Pennsyltucky,
Yeah.
whatever it's called. Y'all, she's a Yankee. She doesn't know better, as my grandma Hazel would say. Although I know
the weirdest thing
Poodle
is
and I've met a lot of nice Yankees.
To use a distinction like Yankee in Oklahoma makes absolutely no sense at all.
It does not, but
like
yet,
Southern.
I've heard in
and,
Texas too.
Rebel and Southern have nothing to do with. It's cultural at this point, but the
I've told you what my mother
obscured.
said. Matthew, you can date someone black, white, brown, purple. I don't care.
My mother did say that to me
Don't
too.
date a Yankee.
My mother said, "Don't date nobody from Ohio."
And you know what? And y'all, we're not dogging these places. We're fine. I've fucked a lot of guys from Ohio, but
everyone in LA is from Ohio. Everyone left.
I had a huge crush on a guy from Ohio once. Anyway, but my mother, so this is a little bit of a story.
Oh,
so
here we go.
A little bit of my mother was in between.
I'll go get another drink.
In between gentlemen, and she was dating this one guy. We're gonna call him. We'll call him Morty, even though he wasn't Jewish, New York, or anything at all.
Very Jewish name, but keep
he
going.
was from like Massachusetts.
Okay.
So Morty liked the bottle. Morty liked to drink. And we went around him a lot.
Don't know about that.
And then my brother and I were like, he has a bright red nose. He looks like Rudolph. We think he's an alcoholic. Well, so anyway, Morty goes to a wedding, goes to my Aunt Karen, her son, my cousin David, has a wedding. They decide to have a garden wedding outside in Oklahoma in late July.
Oh, my.
It was...
That's terrible planning.
It was 110 degrees. that day. At least it was in the evening. The wedding was pretty in the English garden in the back of my Aunt Karen's house.
Y'all, no one needs to have an outdoor. My cousin's wedding was in July on a fucking golf course, and it was so hot.
Is that the one where you hurt your ankle because you got drunk and tripped on the golf course?
Maybe that wasn't the point of that story.
You were on crutches.
I was on crutches for like 2 months. Yes, because I fell on the golf course. Get back to your story about your drunk suitor of your mother.
So anyway, we're sitting at a table. It was me, my brother, his wife, my friend Lori, and then my Aunt Karen, and then our old drama teacher, Mrs. Kurtz, who's hilarious.
How did that why is your
we were
drama
all
teacher
friends.
at a table?
We were all friends because our kids went to school together. And so my mom's sitting there with Morty, and it's hot. And Morty's just getting drunk and drunk. We didn't know this, but we found out later. He went in my Aunt Karen's liquor cabinet and drank almost their whole bottle of vodka. But anyway, we're sitting there at the wedding, and we're like, woo-wee, it's hot. Woo-wee, and everybody's talking about how hot it is. And then Morty, who's lit at this point, he says, I know. That's my mother's name is Bonnie. When Bonnie and I were getting ready this morning, Bonnie told me it's so hot, she just might go commando. You do not say that at a table.
Oh, my
at a wedding.
God.
In mixed company. My brother almost got up out of his seat and beat the shit out of him right there. My sister-in-law grabbed him. And then without missing a beat, my drama teacher, just to break the tension, because she knew, but she said, I think she knew, maybe she didn't. She said, Bonnie, I didn't know you own any fatigues.
That's a good story.
And now my Aunt Karen, she died from breast cancer.
There we go.
So she's not alive anymore, but she loved that story. Why did I tell that story?
I don't know. Let's just move on.
I don't even know why I told that.
Let's move on to...
Sure.
No.
Before we do that, just because we have time, let's take a quick break for a commercial.
All right.
All right, we are back. Poodle gets so angry.
Y'all, when you think you get a break and like, oh, I have a minute to breathe, y'all, in podcasting, to ruin the illusion for you all, we don't get breaks.
We just hold our breath for 2 seconds.
We just hold our breath and like, I just go right back to my butt clenching. Because that's what the world is for me now.
That's what the world is.
Y'all, let's talk about Ed.
Let's talk about Ed.
Dog.
Droopy dog.
It's the rainy season in the Philippines.
I don't want to talk about him.
It's okay. Boy, the worm has turned. I want to illustrate. From the beginning, you were so in love with Ed. Thought he was just the moon and the stars.
A lot of people did. Not
Yeah.
just me.
Well, I didn't.
Even other podcasters did.
Yeah, well, how do you like him now? What's the verdict?
No, I don't want to say
How
that.
do you like me now?
Oh, God. Sorry, y'all. I don't like Toby Keith. He's gross. And
He is gross.
Although my Aunt Darla loves him. That's her man. She has tried to sleep with him.
How did that work out?
She was a groupie. Well, it's before she was married again.
Oh.
She met him down at the Windstar.
Y'all, here's the thing. Aunts always get married again, especially aunts named Darla.
Darla G, she got married to Tim. He's wonderful. He's very nice.
Good.
Anyway, I know.
Proud for Darla.
Anyway, y'all.
Aunt Dodo.
It's true. They do call her Dodo. That's what Dad calls her.
I know.
Anyway, y'all.
Sit on my lap.
This is, I feel like if anybody says,
Teacher, what is white privilege?
What is privilege?
What is privilege? Class is privilege.
I'm glad you asked, little Charles.
and then
just
the teacher,
watch this.
who's actually Emma, Tom's sister, says, listen here, you little fucknut. Let me show ya. And
they just show this whole version of Ed.
so, look. Yes, it is horrible the way she lives. So,
But maybe react to it in a way that is empathetic.
it would be traumatic,
And-
but it's all about him.
It is. It's all. Thank you. It's all about him, and he's only talking about what his surroundings in terms of his own experience.
Yes.
Like, you don't have this. You don't blah blah blah. You keep that, y'all. Those are the voices you don't say.
Yes.
Yeah, he's saying the quiet part out loud.
Yes.
I'd like to start out where the dad comes in and says, I'm gonna sleep with you here.
Yes.
And I wrote, now in gay porn, this would this scenario would have gone differently.
Wow.
When you and your boyfriend are sitting there and the dad says, I don't trust your intentions, then there's a three-way between your father and you and your boyfriend. Now, usually in gay porn, they're not actually related.
They're never related.
Yeah, but there's like
I hope not.
there's a weird incest thing
I
in
don't
gay
get
porn,
it.
y'all. I don't get it
I don't
either.
want to be your daddy. I don't want to be your son.
But just know that when someone says,
I want to be your lover.
I'm lover. So, y'all, I can't, when you said lover, I have to go on. So just know that when someone says the father says, I'm going to sleep here too, know that any gay person goes, in porn, that would be different.
It's true.
We all do that. Anyway.
But it's actually the next room over. Because,
which makes a lot better sense.
Which makes a lot better sense. And then basically, I mean, we don't need to go through everything, but it's almost like, just because we just watched it, y'all, it's almost like that scene in Oklahoma where Judd sings, the floor, the roof
creaks,
the roof leaks, everything.
But a lot less empathetic, strangely.
A lot less empathetic. And
I would be on Team Judd way before I would be on Team Ed.
That's true. Hashtag, that was a family show. Anyway, so it really, you called it out so right in that everything he said wasn't like, oh my God, I can't believe Rose lives this way. This has to be so
hard.
She deals
for
with
her.
this every day.
Yeah, no, it's like
she deals with a kid.
I think, seeing how bad Rose's life is makes me realize that she really may want me. I'm her ticket out. It's all on him. It's all reflecting back on him. And I wrote, fuck this guy.
Which, yes, of course it's her ticket out. Yes, of course.
I wrote down, of course that is it. You think she's in love with you? Look in the mirror, honey. Look at her.
Look, I mean, I feel like if you ask
even
Rose,
past the no neck shit,
she's playing a game that she knows Ed's always known the rules to.
Thank you for saying that, because I wrote that down. Y'all, he bought her. That's in her mind. He bought her.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
Yes.
He bought her. He thinks in
this
his
is
mind,
not about
he
love.
thinks he loves her.
This is totally
in her
transactional.
Mind, he bought her.
Because a lot of people in other countries,
and she's for a better life.
I don't know what it's like in the Philippines, but a lot of people in other countries still think of marriages as transactional.
Yes. Well, look at where she lives.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna see his house and you see everything he has. You think it's not transactional for her? I want to talk about the fact that the sleeping arrangement. So y'all, Ed has the very serious skin condition of atopic dermatitis, which is eczema.
That's all that is?
That's what that is. It's a type of eczema.
Wow. Well, you know,
I looked it up, and
Ed is a just wound up person.
Yeah, dermatologists say that you don't need to sleep on 1,000.
Let us know if
sheets.
you have that. Is that the real thing, y'all? Come
what
at
did
us.
I just say? I looked it up on the internet.
No, like people in the Sissy Squad.
Well, I just told you what I found on the internet.
Well, I want a personal experience.
Sissy dermatologists come at us.
Come at us.
God, I'm down my drink. I could have gotten one in the break, you whore.
No, because then you'd be drunk. Because we still got to do Tiger Queens after this.
God.
I need you to be relevant. So anyway, which by the way, y'all, there's another episode of Tiger Queens, so we're dropping.
Announced that.
We're
announcing it now.
We're dropping one more episode of Tiger Queens. So there you go.
Anyway, so he has sheets shipped there, but they never
didn't make
there.
it in time, and then
he just gets out Hello Kitty sheets, and they sleep on a mattress pad, kind of in their house, and he's miserable, y'all.
He's miserable. He wakes up. Can we talk about the next morning already? I think I'm
yes.
Done. They wake up the next morning. He hasn't slept a wink. He tells Rose, he's like, "Can we go on vacation? I can't sleep another night here."
Isn't that awful?
But here's the deal. Why they talked about? I would like to spend more time with Prince.
Yeah.
Why can't Prince go with them? It's because the Prince has.
I'll tell you why
father.
Prince can't go with them. That's part of it too, and they want to go to Fuck City. He wants
But I'm
to go
like,
to Fuck
if
City.
you really want to get to know her
Nope.
son, kids can go on
Nope.
vacation.
If we go on
Bring the
vacation
kid
with
along.
the kid, that's Pound Town. He wants to go to Pound Town with her.
He
Bottom
does.
line. Yeah. Because y'all know I love a good trip to Pound Town. Oh, grrr.
Basically, yes.
Approaching Fuck City. Approaching Fuck City.
Please mind the gap.
That's what but my bet it says.
That was a British joke. In case you haven't been to England and ridden their train, the lube.
The
lube. The
tube.
The tube.
Not the lube. Wow.
So y'all, it does seem like with all this shit going on, I did right. Y'all, is Ed being punked by Amber, who's just trying to get back at her father the whole time? Like,
May
is she
have
just
something
going to
to
walk
it.
in and be like, surprise, you're an asshole?
I would believe it. Ed has also mentioned this is the
Because
first
that
night.
rat looked like an animatronic rat from Disneyland.
I agree. It wasn't even moving.
I thought it was going to, it looked like a Muppet
That
rat.
was the saddest rat I've ever seen. It was wet.
And
It was like a wet rat.
It looked like, and we're going to get to this later, it looked like as big as that rat from Charlotte's Web.
Templeton the rat, who was gay, y'all.
He loved to eat, too.
She did. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so they're gonna. He wants to get a. I kept writing. Boy, talk about privilege. I want to bring up something in Rose's room. I want to get your opinion because I have an idea.
Oh, God.
The names Joey, Diana, Jovi, Ellen, Chloe are inscribed on Rose's bedroom wall.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they showed it like 1,000 times. Joey, Diana, and I could only say is Jovi, Ellen, Chloe is like a double name.
Okay.
They're just written, and the last names are kind of blurred out because I guess they don't want it to. So who are Joey, Diana, Jovi, Ellen, Chloe?
Maybe those are their children.
Maybe.
Maybe those are Papa Rosemary's wives.
I thought it might be Rosemary's group that she plays like fantasy Sex in the City with.
Oh.
Like
that makes more
like
sense.
Joey is a boy who's really gay.
Yeah.
Diana is like totally the Charlotte.
Yeah, she's a Charlotte.
And Joviel and Chloe.
That's like a cross between
that name, Joviel and Chloe.
Miranda.
She's like half Miranda
and half Steve.
half Steve Rising.
Yes, half
Yes.
Steve Rising.
And there's
Steve
Rosemary.
was hot.
Y'all, Rosemary is the Miranda. She has to be with that side eye.
She is. Actually, she probably is.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
That's exactly what that is.
those are the girls she does Sex in the City role play with.
Sex in the Village.
Sex in the Village. Remember the names? It's like those names of the four things. Like
What do they drink instead of
in
Cosmos?
the movie A Little Life. Blah blah blah. I can never remember their
Oh.
names. So they should have a name. Get us a shirt that says Joey, Diana, Jovi, Ellen,
Wow.
Rosemary.
Wow.
Anyway, I was obsessed with figuring out those names. They bugged the shit out of me.
I-
They kept showing them too.
I just want to say, Ed exclaimed, "I've dropped the soap."
Which is very different than in gay porn. I don't know if when you hear that, very, very
different.
Also, when the father says, "Let's go shower together," also very different than gay porn.
Very different.
The whole different scenario, y'all.
I
Whole
have to
different
say,
scenario.
I 100% loved and enjoyed the shower scene with Ed. Something I never thought I would
They
say.
showered him off like they were hosing down a hippo.
And it was like the first time he ever did piss play. He was just horrified, like, oh. Although I bet it was cold, but you know what? I would have sucked it up.
You know, y'all, you got a part to play. So when
he's
someone's
shaking it off.
No, I'm
He
like-
drank that drink too quickly.
So even if someone's pissing in your mouth, you act like you enjoy it.
I don't know if I could.
Not that I've done it. Just putting that out there. I'm saying if I was presented with the opportunity, I'd be the fucking Meryl Streep of piss play.
If he was really, really hot?
Yes.
Oh,
and
I couldn't
and
do
I would
it.
get over it, and then I would say, I never want to do that again.
Oh, I couldn't do it.
But I'm saying in the moment.
In the moment, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a better actor than you, though.
No, that's
So-
kind of not true, but sure.
In the bedroom, it is.
Maybe there, yes.
Ooh, you've never seen me perform.
And I don't want to. I don't want to. Which, by the way,
I'll leave it on the stage, y'all.
I'm sure some of you already have, because y'all, it happened this week that someone came for Poodle on Grindr because they recognized him from the podcast, and Poodle was shook.
They might listen to this. It was a cute guy. It was a really cute guy who said, love, exciting, and
Oh, that's
new."
clever.
He that was how he introduced himself to. He was a cute guy, and I
And
was
then
just
you
like,
just said,
"This
"Let
is
me
the first
see your
time this has
junk."
ever happened." You know, shockingly, I'm not going to talk about what I do on my.
He can't sleep with him. If you're listening, he won't. I already told him he can't.
I have, and I have had many straight
Many.
men come to me and say, "Can you rate my dick on a BDF size?" Now, as much as I want to, you guys, it breaks an ethical line for me, and it's shocking that I have them, but I do. So I can't get involved with seeing straight men's junk. As much as I want to.
He does get messages from some of you ladies who are like, and he's like, no.
Nope, I'm not doing it.
Poodle's doing good.
Yeah.
Whereas
What
that
else?
fucking hood rat over there is doing whatever it wants. Basically, the only thing left that we have to see is that, like,
Yeah, that rat's just like sucking, like eating some imaginary
it's
cheese.
true. It's true. The next thing that we get to see is, ooh, wow, look at him, wow. Edis feeding the pigs. Wee. He. I can't even do it.
I want to say that the banter here between Ed and Rose's father is some of the worst privileged thing I've ever heard. Oh, is this where you live? Do you like living here?
This is, you guys, he literally sleeps in crates.
Yeah. Oh,
Open
that's
air
nice.
Crates.
Do you like living here?
He sleeps in a pig pen. Like, so.
The less said, the better.
So, yeah, you just.
Is something burning?
I don't think so.
Doesn't it smell like something's burning outside?
It's probably your ass because it's been 4 weeks now with this
know.
quarantine.
like Krakatoa.
Literally, it's a crack. Anyway, so I think that was it. That's all I have for them.
I just kept saying this whole thing was a disaster. It was just a fucking disaster. And he was like, he does, Ed asked the father if they can go on vacation. Of course, the father says yes.
Of course.
Because it's on television. That's all I have about that
That's all I
mess.
have. This is going to be a long episode.
It's always a long episode when you go off.
I told one story and it was 2 minutes.
Well, we did talk for 20 minutes.
We did talk for 20 minutes.
Let's talk about Stephanie and Erica.
Oh,
Y'all,
man.
this is getting dark, and I can honestly say I really don't like Stephanie now. I didn't start out loving her and really liking her. This is not a reality television is not going to be kind to Stephanie.
I'm going to say something controversial.
What?
I really don't like either of them.
I don't necessarily
I have some quibbles with Erica
disagree
as
with
well.
Erica. Really?
Mhm.
I see her as completely the right.
For the
most
most
of the time,
part,
yeah.
yes. But I don't think we're seeing the full the whole story.
Can I also say that this is not a real relationship?
Well, you think it's totally fake?
No, I don't think it's totally fake. I'm saying that what they think it is, this online relationship, is not a
yes.
real
I think
physical
they are caught up in
relationship.
the fantasy more than anybody on this show.
I agree. Especially Stephanie is caught up in this kind of storybook romance that's kind of weird because you're with a girl. And it's like the first time you're with a girl and you're bisexual and everything's new. And then you get there and it's like, oh my God, there's a twat in front of me. What do I do?
And we're not saying that she's not bisexual, but there is something to like more
I don't.
of like.
I have no. It has nothing to do with that.
Well, no, I was going to say
Yeah.
like I think the first time, even when I think it's for anyone. Whenever
Right.
you're gay, like the first time you're in a relationship, it just happens later.
I took to it like a duck to water.
But no, but there
you
is
mean relationship-wise?
relationship-wise, even
Yes,
So
I
think
agree.
about it. When you're in high school,
I thought you meant gay sex. I'm sorry.
yeah, oh, yeah, that you just
That was like me being a spaniel the first time I was throwing me in the water.
you just lied there and took it, and as he laid you, so. But you think about it, y'all, when you're straight and you're in relationships and you start getting in relationships when you're in high school, your first relationships, you think of it as something you see on TV and
Mm-hmm.
it's fantasy. So for people that come out and have same-sex relationships, it's like Stephanie's doing this now, but she's in her 20s and she's not handling it well.
I think this has
She's
nothing
completely
to do
I think
with
it's all of that. I think it's that. I think she's a YouTube star.
I think everything for this has to do with her not being able to separate her online persona from her actual persona.
I think it is that. I'm saying it's even more
amplified by that.
Yes, exactly.
I agree, but I think she would do this if it was a girl or a boy.
Probably, that's true.
I find this level of
I'm gonna change my seating
and
position.
it's very like of the moment because she's concerned about when Erica's friends when they're fighting. And Erica talks to her friend, and Stephanie's like, I want your friends to like me. Again, almost thinking in terms of a YouTube personality.
Oh, well, I don't know about
And-
that. I would want someone's friends to like me
But
if I was dating
would
them.
you have a problem? That's not what I'm saying. She had a problem with him. Y'all don't pull over.
Don't pull over.
Somebody said you never heard it.
Well, safety first here on the Sissy Squad.
Exactly. Don't pull over. I'll tell you, it's fucking loud here.
Yeah, you got to be able to hear
Go
that.
first responders.
Hail Mary, full of grace.
Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. Anyway,
Chris, come
y'all, my thing is she did not want her friends to know about their problems.
Well, so this is actually where I think I don't totally disagree with Stephanie on this because it's like it is hard if someone hasn't met your significant other, I know you need to talk to somebody about this, but if you're about to meet this person and then if someone's about to meet your friend and you call this friend and say, this is what's going on with this person, they're already not going to give them a chance.
I agree with you. It's a very codependent thing to do.
It's a very, this is my kind of actually a little bit of my problem with Erica is that, or not problem, but why it's so bad for Stephanie is that I think Stephanie's a very closed off, as she would probably say, independent, but I see more of an isolating person.
Yeah, 'cause
Erica is much needier than that,
Yeah.
and really needs.
And she needs physical.
And we're not seeing this, but I bet Erica probably needs more constant physical attention. And because Stephanie doesn't give her anything at all, she's like going crazy. It's
agree.
a bad mismatch.
I agree. But I think Stephanie would have a problem with her friends knowing anything about her.
I agree, and it's
Because
amplified because it seems like Stephanie's not talking
Yeah,
at all.
she would want to control how she appeared to them.
And it's compounded that Stephanie is like, it's almost she's punishing Erica in every way, in the physical aspect.
It's pretty awful.
In the emotional aspect. And then Stephanie even says when they're kind of fighting at the end, I'm just kind of jumping around, but she says, I just need time. But the whole point is
They don't have
you
time.
don't have time.
It's 90 Day
'cause
Fiancé.
You're there. You're fucking either going to do it now or you're not.
We're not going to jump to her, but you guys know who the most evolved on this whole show is about this 90-day time limit?
I know you're going to say
Fucking Avery.
I love Avery.
Who knew that I would be like on the same page
I
as
love
fucking
Avery. Love Avery.
The
Think
cannabis chef, y'all.
She's beautiful. She's intelligent.
Now, she's deluded. I mean, but God bless. I've been deluded.
Ash is hot. His
I've
hair.
been dickmatized by a 9-inch dick.
It's true. His hairs look better than it's ever looked.
His body's really hot too.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, they've got like a 4-hour drive ahead of them across all of Australia, which sounds like to me.
And where Stephanie's like, I don't feel like a car is the right place to talk about
I'm like,
things.
of course it is.
Y'all,
that is the place.
That's the best place to
because
have.
nobody can leave.
Nobody can leave. That is the best place to bring
But
up
that
shit.
just tells you how emotionally kind of cut off she is, Stephanie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. I think it's just they're just a bad mismatch.
I agree. They're not a good match.
And I think what it boils down to is I think Stephanie is scared of true intimacy, and she probably put on this online persona, and she's probably thinking like, oh, this is going to be like somebody who's one of my YouTube fans.
Exactly.
Like they're going to...
It'll be all one way. It'll be omnidirectional. Or we're just what is that? Not omni. One way.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
Now I don't agree with Stephanie. It's not really an issue I have, or not, with Erica. When Erica's like, she's trying to control, I don't think she is trying to control Erica at all. So I think for Erica to be like, you're so controlling and trying to control me, I think actually Stephanie, to me, it seems like she's just trying to put the wall up between them, and Erica sees it as it trying to be controlled. Because the dating app thing, that is, if you're dating somebody that seriously, I would wonder why they had a dating app on their phone.
But I see this a different way than you do. What if it's just like the app's there and they haven't used it?
That's fine, but she offered this excuse. I use it for networking.
I've heard that, and we've talked about this on the podcast. I have used those things for networking and friends. Like I have friends on those apps. Now, when I say friends, I mean I have had sex with them, but I'm now currently not seeing them.
So, yeah,
the gay community has a weird definition of friend, y'all.
Yeah.
My legs are so muscular.
Oh, Jesus. And then they go meet their friend Claire. Love Claire. She seems great.
She's got, I went, yay, side hair.
Yay, side hair.
I love you, side hair.
But again, they just start talking about their problems to Claire instead of just like, I'm just used to people swallowing their problems and being nice in front of other people.
I will say it was a weird event to bring in a friend when they hadn't had a discussion about.
But that goes back to Erica had already brought it up to Claire,
right?
And Stephanie knew that she had brought it up to
friend. Her. The first friend was Paige.
It was Paige.
Yeah.
It was Paige. Mm-hmm. Paige, Claire.
They're all random British Australian names. So side hair basically says, you're not really allowed to be yourself. It seems like you're a little.
And something that really showed me kind of the severity of Stephanie, when Erica says they're not even holding hands, that's fucked up.
Because you know who does that, y'all? Lisa and Usman. He has to hold her up because she's going to fall over because she's got the sugar.
Y'all, people that went to Falls Creek Baptist Camp were allowed to
Shut up.
They were still allowed to hold hands at church camp.
You could hold hands at Falls Creek Baptist.
If you can hold hands, then Stephanie needs to be comfortable with fucking holding hands with a girl.
Stoptown Baptist had a camp.
No, Falls Creek was the Baptist camp, so Stoptown would go there. Cheek Baptist. There's also Cheek Road Baptist.
How was that spelled?
Cheek, like your cheek. Wow. My friend, a girl I dated, got married there.
Of course she did.
I went to her wedding.
What do you say? We used to date. We don't anymore.
I sang it, that one. And the Father says I do.
What?
I give my child to you.
That's just creepy.
No, it's like the Father says I do, and then the big Father says I do. God, and then the daddy.
I really hate contemporary Christian songs like that at weddings. They try to be clever.
It even started...
Unless it's El Shaddai, y'all. Bring that out. Bring that shit out.
Even the
or Butterfly Kisses. Don't ever sing fucking
Butterfly
Kisses at night. I want to fuck my daughter.
That's great. They never said that.
I know, but that's the it's like all those like purity balls and all those daddy-daughter dances.
Even the verses the first verse was like, family and friends have gathered today. It's horrible.
The vibe is a little too ippy. And y'all, I know I've had
we
friends
need
who
some
do
subtlety in our songs.
I have friends who do like father-daughter dances when their kids are really little. But as soon as the kids get old, y'all, it's creepy. Don't do it.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Anyway,
what else about them?
That's kind of all I have. Like I wrote down. At the end. She's like, "This is not good for me to be dealing with my illness," because y'all, the illness, her condition, y'all, is just another card that Stephanie can throw in to make the other person feel bad.
And Erica is right when she leaves and she says,
Stephanie.
Your struggles are more important than mine. Stephanie doesn't have a lot of empathy from what we're seeing.
I kind of like Erica much more than Stephanie.
I like Erica, but I think Erica is taking stuff a little extremist.
I agree, but if I was put in that situation with Stephanie, I'd probably lose my shit anyway.
But you're extremist when in relationships.
I am. How do you know?
Because I could literally see you in a dinner of you asking your boyfriend, "Do you want Chinese or Indian food tonight?" And you say Indian
food,
and he says, "Well, I kind of like to have Chinese," and you go, "Fine, I never get anything I want."
Maybe. That's all I got about that train wreck. It's not going to go well, y'all. I guarantee you.
It's not going to go well. I don't have much more I don't have a lot to talk about this person, but speaking of not wrecks, but fucking stalled out cars. David.
He was Linus in Pacoima's little theater production of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown.
Or a talking hairpiece. Y'all, we've had a lot of sissies investigate. It is confirmed that he has a hairpiece.
Yeah, it's confirmed.
A very woven in dyed hairpiece.
It's woven in. It's like plugs, but it's attached.
We don't fully know how it happens, but it's confirmed.
It's a fucking piece, though.
I mean, there's nothing that really happens. We just see him for an hour.
Well, he's basically says, I can't figure it out why she would not. He's got Yolanda blindness.
If you'll notice, they don't put them in the same episode.
They can't because they're the same story.
It's the same beat.
So there was this one thing what he said is I really wish it'd be much easier to be done with her.
He said that even when he was changing the car tire at night.
It's almost like it's something he can't let go of. It's like a mystery he's got to figure out.
Even though I try, I can't let go. Dirty November captured my soul. Every night I see you in my dreams. You're all I've got and I can't let go.
You're welcome, y'all.
You're welcome. Little.
Even though I try. You wouldn't think that would be on David's segment, but he called. So anyway, he's got his flat tire. He probably calls Russian AAA. That's Spy Hunter music. That's baby elephant walk.
So it takes him forever to get there.
He does get there. It takes him 11 hours. He's like, maybe I'll bump into her.
Oh, and then this is what's creepy is that he's just walking around a fucking town.
It's the most efficient way to inefficient way to find someone, y'all.
I mean, this is like some, for you youngins, for you millennials, this is how you had to find people when you were born in the 70s and 80s. You just had to
go out in your street.
And you had to hold up pictures and ask for people. Have you seen my daddy?
Or you'd have to go in the white pages.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the second step.
Have you seen my grandma? She left me in the Piggly Wiggly. That's what I had. I mean, people had to do.
My daddy's kept up with some woman. Her name's Karen. Do you know where she lives? Please help. Anyway, so maybe I'll bump into her. So he's like, she talks about a candy shop near her apartment. And so he goes into some random candy shop that he thinks he knows the name. And then the translator's like, have you seen my girlfriend?
Yeah. And then there's that language that all of us know. Niet.
Y'all, put yourself in the place of a man who looks like David. You work in a candy shop. You make minimum wage. In Europe, who knows what you make?
Yeah.
He's like, have you seen this woman? You don't say you have or not.
No.
Because God knows you're just paying child support, and they'll get any way they can to get you.
Yes. You don't know if he's CIA. You don't want to get involved.
You don't know if he's like
MI6,
KGB,
whatever.
GRU, OPP.
Yeah, you know me.
All of it.
All of it.
So
it looked like they're not going to get to see each other, and then suddenly...
Then, huge message from Lana. At the end, he's like, in my best accent, do you still want to take a photo and have a relationship and get visa?
You've got a cock tease. I mean, you've got mail.
Y'all, that is the most unsexiest proposal email ever. Do you want a relationship? You'll start relationship with, you'll get photo and visa.
And literally, this was like...
He jerked off to that email, y'all. He jerked off to that email.
His excitement was like when Poodle found out Patti LuPone was doing Hello Dolly. Like it was just beside
She never did Hello Dolly.
I thought she did.
No.
She should.
No, she shouldn't. She's wrong for it.
Who did?
Bernadette Peters did it.
Which actually she is the...
she's still not right for it.
But you know what? Herman said that's who he imagined when he wrote the part. She was built and looked like and kind of more like a little old petite.
This
like
is
Bernadette
really
Peters.
gay.
But it's so iconic with Barbra Streisand now. We think of that.
But no, Merman did it.
Well, yes, but I mean...
Anyway, this is really gay.
Well, I think of Barbra Streisand, but you're older than me, so you were alive when Ethel did it more.
I'm 18 months older than you. Anyway, so he's gonna creepily stalk her.
So yeah, all bets are on now. We're gonna see him have dinner next week, and that's it.
I don't think she's gonna show up.
Yeah, shocker.
Mm-hmm. It'll be Maria from Caesar season. That's what someone messaged me. I would scream and throw myself down a flight of stairs.
It would be bad. As he said, I'm so close.
Avery and Ash, they had only a little bit on here this episode. I don't even know why they covered them.
They go look at crocodiles. Never smile.
He's like, I like your thongs.
Crocodile.
They're out on the boat with Carl.
Yes.
She's got a White Claw in her hand. Looks like a bitch. She's got a White Claw. Avery's that bitch, y'all.
Good for her.
Woo, come at us if you love a good White Claw.
They say something that I think is not inaccurate. The tour guide says crocodiles have the strongest jaw of any animal.
You haven't met me. Look at the Guinness Book, y'all. Trick jaw. Just don't leave it in too long. Spring loaded. There's this weird thing where he's like, I'll protect you, baby. Like he's playing a part with the crocodile.
You're like, what is this?
Yeah.
Peter Pan.
And I will say, we said this before, I think Avery is the most realistic about more than anyone on this show.
Because she says, look, this is not a vacation.
Yeah, I loved that.
This is for me to meet his child and figure out if his kid's going to come to fucking the U.S.
You're not going to get that with Ash because he just talks in circles and just repeats what she says. Like, she's like, I totally know what you're saying now and that you are right. Okay. But nothing comes of it.
He really is full of shit.
Oh, yeah. He's a bullshitter.
Such full of... like, it's not... I hate this avoidant type of self-helpy.
Yeah.
Some therapists do that, too, where it's like, they ask you for advice, and you say, well, what do you think? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no, sometimes give people a straight answer.
I dated a guy who was really, really hot, and he kind of just spoke in circles like this. And would always tell me things like, just you're so good with this blah 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 blood, and then he would like near the end of the night he would be like he would say these awful things, not to me but like to like weird like scary like bad thoughts, and then he's like, and when I kind of broke up with him or said I didn't want to see him again, he was like, oh, you always just kind of led me in the right way, I blah blah blah. It was just like he was full of shit, like you said. He's a bullshitter. Anyway, another chapter in my...
That's why I stuck around with you for a while.
It was nice. It was hard to let that one go.
There we are.
Y'all, sometimes your brain and your penis are just playing chess.
They are. They are.
Anyway, that's all I had about those two.
That's all I had too.
Well, we've come to the end.
It's true.
This is the end, my friend.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
This was not really even a scene, y'all. They just kind of threw us some meat, like when the tigers finished eating.
Like you barely were. I have hardly anything written. They set it up for next week.
First of all, Darcy should not go to see him.
No. I don't. Do you think she is? I don't think she is. Okay, this is kind of jumping around, but my proudest moment for Darcy was when she blocked him on the WhatsApp.
I agree.
She was like, I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to call him. I don't want to see him again. This chapter is closed.
I agree.
So is my vagina. It's all closed.
On to the next chapter. She did say, she's like,
my boobs are still open because the operation was that way.
She said, it's all gone.
It's all gone.
I wrote down, I gave him a heart.
Shocker.
And
then they have this scene. We don't even need to talk about Tom and Emma. That was useless.
Yeah.
That was like filler. And first of all, where the fuck was he talking to her at?
And I will
Y'all
say,
don't pull over.
Don't pull over. It's another one. That's an actual ambulance, not a fire truck or an EMS. Maybe that is a fire truck.
I think that is fire truck.
Who can tell? Anyway, so
ambulance.
Emma doesn't even say anything that's like shady, which is surprising.
Yeah.
And I was excited about
She
her.
seems supportive.
She said, and she did say, "Did you not go after her?"
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like,
because Tom
nothing.
feels bad, y'all, because he showed his ass, and Tom wants more screen.
Showed his ass.
Yeah. Tom wants more screen time. I mean, Tom wants to make things right.
Tom wants to make his business better.
Yes, exactly.
So I want to just take one issue with what Darcy says. He's like, "When's he gonna come?" The idea that we are waiting for the one, y'all. There is no one.
There is no one.
I'm surprised to hear you agree with me with this.
I've always said that.
There's no one, y'all. You make do with what you get.
Why would I believe a degree in just in life? Yeah, there is not anyone who is like there is not just
y'all,
one.
And that's one of Darcy's biggest problems.
Yeah,
like anyone you're with could be the one. Who knows? But like there is no one out there.
No,
although. We've met some people who've like fallen in love, and you're like, there really is somewhere out there for anybody.
It's true, but you know what? I feel like I love my boyfriend very much, but if we weren't together, I feel like it's a self-confidence thing where I feel like, you know what? If we weren't
you wouldn't
together,
just go in the morning.
I mean, obviously, I would be sad for a few months, but then at the same time, I would think, you know what? I'll be happy by myself, or I can make it work with somebody else. And it would be different, but I can make a happy life. And
right.
I think that comes to like having this sense of self-love, self-confidence, things Darcy does not have at all.
She doesn't.
So it's like
doesn't.
she is searching for love in the other and not in herself.
Yeah, it's a problem.
And in a plastic surgeon.
Don't wait for the one, y'all. Go out and get that D, and when you meet that really good D and he can make you laugh, marry that motherfucker.
The guy that makes you laugh while he's hitting your head against the headboard. That's the man to marry.
Not the kind who just leaves his dick in you and just shrivels up and pulls it and goes.
The boy that I marry will have to be a jovial Latin with a 10-inch in me.
All right.
We should do that song for a musical episode.
It's more kind of niche.
Anyway, y'all, that's all that I have.
This was forever. Oh, my God. Oh, God, I have so
It was
many,
still only an hour and 16
I have
minutes.
so many cameos to do.
Oh, good for you. Oh, I just got one, too.
Oh, it's probably the same person.
All right.
I have like 6. Oh,
I'm like 5. Let's jump in our...
y'all come at us on Cameo.
It's true.
I'm at Jake It or Fake It. We have a good time on Cameo. Actually, this Friday. Oh, we should announce that.
What?
Are you not doing it yet? Cameo.
I think I am. I signed up for something.
Y'all, Cameo is going to our charities. So come at us on Cameo from April 16th to the 18th, and we're donating all of it. I'm doing to mine to Music Cares, which helps.
I didn't see that one.
You haven't been informed.
No, because I selected the Actors Fund. There's one for. I didn't know there was one for music.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Musicaires. It's like musicians who have been hit by this.
So mine goes to actors
Uh-huh.
who have been hit by this as well. To the
Yep.
Actors Fund. Well, look at that.
Yeah, Musicaires is the name of it.
So,
So
yes.
you'll come at us on Cameo on April 16th to the 18th. We're donating all of our proceeds.
We are.
To you look at me, you're like, we're giving it all away. I'm like,
Give it all.
all of our proceeds from Cameo to the 16th and the 18th for charity.
Happy to do. They deserve it. They need it. Now,
They do.
let's just look up. Mary Shexy, where did you have us on? Let's look
It's
up on
time
the letter
for
of
Sissy
gay.
shout-outs.
It's time for Sissy shout-outs, and we're going to look at the letter of gay just to see where we are, y'all, to see where we are. Okay, we are on N and O.
N and O. Okay.
Oh, look, this thing popped up. It just said, y'all don't have to really keep thanking me on the show, but if you do, can you say my name is...
You pronounce it wrong every time.
She said it's Shesky.
Shesky.
Oh,
You just
Shesky.
you just flick
Y'all,
the letters around.
Mary Shesky.
Not like Skexy.
she
Shesky.
and she literally put a picture of the Skeksis.
Because you keep K and Skexy.
Mary Shesky.
Shesky.
Y'all,
I'm going to have to keep saying that
I'm
because you'll fuck it
dyslexic.
up.
Mary Shesky, thank you.
I will
you.
do N. I will do
Look
N.
at her in that picture. N and O. N and O. What's it gonna be? Sissy shout outs. Oh, and last time we did Nancy Revek and Nadine Bailey, and we also did Sharon O'Shaughnessy and Danny O'Callahan.
That's a
We went
fucking
with-
Irish weekend, y'all. Woo! I just got drunk off of saying those names. Woo! This is Irish fucking whiskey. Okay.
Do you have somebody yet?
I have someone.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
My sissy shout out goes to Nick Bindberg. Nick Bindberg. Y'all, Nick loves a good... She likes to go to the doctor's office.
Oh, she does.
Yeah. And it's not... But she likes to go not because she loves the doctor or the whole procedure of the whole... She likes nothing more than those fucking paper gowns.
Really?
She loves to get in a gown because she loves the way it makes her sound. She can walk around, and she imagines she's walking down like RuPaul's Drag Race. Work, cover girl, dick down. And it's like... She does that all in the exam room, y'all. And one time a nurse came in and
They
caught
do
her.
make a specific
Yes.
noise.
One time a nurse came in and caught her, and they both did work, and she was having a good time. What you also don't know is that Nick has a huge catalog of prescription pads that she has stolen from doctor's offices.
Oh boy,
rooms.
this went dark.
So if y'all need some Xanax, if you need some Xannies, go to Nick Bindberg.
Do they still use those? I thought it's just all online now.
I don't give a shit. This is my story. Here you are checking the factual realness of what I'm saying.
Well,
what the fuck?
It's accurate. No, I was just wondering. Sorry.
Okay, I'm going to finish up. Y'all, and then one time a doctor came in, she was wearing her gown. Doctor came up, pulled up she said, "Hey doc." She pulled up her paper gown. He gave her the old Dutch door. She had a ring on her hand in a week. And that's called goals.
Oh,
So
married
she's
to a
married to a doctor
a
right
doctor.
now. Anyway, that is Nick Bindberg.
Nick Bindberg. I
That's
love
your
that.
shout out.
She's pretty. I looked up her picture.
I still think it's really imposing when you do that. I would rather
They're
you not
on
do
our
it.
Facebook group. I can look at their picture.
It's still not cool.
I think it's something you need to get over.
I'm
'cause
tired.
I don't care. Our next sissy shout out goes to I'm gonna fuck this name up.
Well, of course, do it then.
Tinuad.
Can you show it to me? Give it to me. Tenuade.
Tenuade.
Tenuade. Tenuade.
Flotion.
Okay.
Tenuade. Flotion. And y'all.
Come at us, Tenuade, and actually tell us to pronounce it. Tenuade.
Yeah. Tenuade.
Tenuade.
She loves basketball.
Okay.
Loves basketball. So much so that she volunteers at there's a community college in her hometown, and she volunteers at the ball as the ball girl.
Okay.
And so
what does the ball girl do?
The ball girl is obsessive about keeping all the balls clean. So she is always touching the basketballs.
Wax on, wax
She's
off.
always waxing the basketballs. She is always making sure the basketballs they dribble. They don't do that squeak, squeak.
Yes.
Because that's the problem with her. Y'all, she loves to watch basketball games, but that noise actually makes her ears bleed. So she has to wear big, like, noise canceling headphones
Okay.
at basketball games. But I also want to specify, when I was talking about being the ball girl, she also licks all their balls on the basketball team.
Male players.
So she's it's male players.
Okay.
And honestly, she'll get into some females too if they have balls.
Hey.
She doesn't care. She is a
She's not judgmental. She takes all comers.
non-judgmental ball girl. Tenuade, she non-judgmental. Tenuade also, she when she's not at the basketball court, she is her day job, because she doesn't make any money from being a ball girl.
I wouldn't imagine.
But she designs paint by color glass.
I loved those.
Yeah, she designs those.
Probably not the best for a young boy, by the way.
No.
Ooh, I still feel that shame.
Yeah.
Ouch.
You know those little things you paint by number and then you put it up? And
Yes.
she designs those designs. And a lot of people don't know that if you look real hard in all of our designs, there's male balls in there.
Okay.
And
that brings it all around.
That's Tenuade, y'all.
All right, Tenuade.
Tenuade Flotion.
Flotion.
Thank you, Mary Shesky. We appreciate it.
Shesky, yes.
That's what I said.
I'm going to have to keep saying that, Mary. He's going to keep saying Shexy.
Maybe.
Yo,
That's the
227.
show. That's the show.
That's the show. This was a long one. God, it's fucking hour and 25 minutes
so, y'all,
long.
you can remember, ask your advice questions for our bonus episode.
It's
Come
called
at Us.
Come At Us.
Come at us Wednesday by
Bonus
midnight.
Come At
We need
Us
your
episode.
question. Go to our
Wednesday by
website.
midnight.
Y'all can go. Y'all, the same website will take you to the same place. You can go to sissy.talk.com, or if it's easier to remember, if you type in 90daygaze.com, it'll take you there as well. Go to the contact form. I will put contact. I will put a link
to make contact.
I'm going to put a direct link to that in the show notes. So if you're driving, don't worry about it. You can do it later. Just say, "Hey Siri, remind me to leave a question about my life for 90 Day Gaze in 4 hours." And then Siri will do it. Or you could say, "Hey Google," or "Hey FIANCÉ." I don't know the names of these.
We don't know a ton about vaginas, so maybe don't ask us gynecological questions. Just saying that, because I'm not going to know.
Just saying
he
that.
He still
right
thinks
now.
there are 3 holes.
No, I thought there was one.
No.
Or there is 3 holes, or there's
no,
4.
You thought there were 4 holes in a woman.
4. I don't know. I don't know, y'all.
Don't ask her, y'all.
I don't know what's going on down there. But I know a lot about what happens in your body during pregnancy.
Me too, because my
true.
students tell me.
And if you have any pregnancy questions, we'll ask Jackie, our Facebook
Jackie,
moderator, to get it.
We can phone a friend for Jackie.
We might have to phone a friend for Jackie on some of
y'all,
these.
we're really excited about answering your
really
questions.
excited about that. So you can do that. Jump on our Gatreon. We're going to have an episode of Before the 90 Days. The watch along and the regular podcast are going to drop on Thursday, all at the $5.
Everything at the $5. Now extended till May 15th.
Extended till May 15th. And you know what? We actually were going to do. I'm so glad. We have another announcement. We said this week, because now our Gatreon watch-alongs are edited for your pleasure.
Yes.
This week, the Gatreon, the watch-along is going to be free for everybody. Not even $5.
That's right.
So we can show you. So the way it will work is when it comes up on Thursday, I will tweet out the link. I'll Facebook the link. I'll put it out on Instagram. You can watch it through Patreon, but for free.
Exactly.
So there you go. You can watch
free for everybody.
Free for everybody. The podcast, though, is still behind the paywall. So you can watch it, though. What else, Poodle? Anything else? If people want merch, they can go to
the Sissy That Talk.
Leave a review.
We still got our Tiger Queen shirts up.
We do have a Tiger Queen shirt. We've got another Tiger Queen episode dropping.
Yes.
Leave a
review, y'all. The reviews have been getting me through.
There have been. This quarantine has got to end because we're getting close to 2,000 reviews. And what happens when we have 2,000 reviews?
A live show.
We're at 1,700. 1,700. Anyway, I have a review to read right now, and it says, the review says, this is from Mean Vagina Trick on Apple Podcasts, and their review said, processing.
Ooh.
That's the title, and it's 5 stars, and they say, these men have world-class red flag dar. Red flag dar.
Red flag dar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
It's good, y'all. Thank you for that review. That is so sweet. Somebody else put, keep going, Tiger Queens. Lolo B. Moore, 5 stars.
Lolo B. Moore.
So we appreciate it. And y'all, lastly,
y'all gonna make me move my hand
up in here. We call these people lonely hearts, y'all, because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love?
Yes. And if you decide to get a fucking 90-day fiancé all the way in Russia and she won't answer you and you go to her hometown,
Call us.